Well, welcome everyone, and welcome Mr. Barry Peedling to the Barry Peedling Sports Show.
And welcome to you, Colin Sutcliffe, and all my viewers, and around interstate and all around the world. We have a very mild, warm day for the finish of autumn.
Another
22
warm day.
degrees, yeah.
We just get 20 degree days all the time now.
Yeah, the boys gone mad.
Gone absolutely nuts.
Practice.
Before we get into the interleague game, we've got another headline. Barry Peedling Heads Award.
Yeah, and Shepparton, Colin, that was in 67, I think, or 66, around that area. I kicked 4 goals that day.
I tell you, it was 16th of May, which was approximately this month. This
same time.
Lemnos got 9-8 and Shepparton 8-6. He kicked 4 goals. Sportsman of the Week for the best on ground performance.
That's right. I did get Sportsman of the Week. That was a rare thing for a footballer to win a Sportsman of the Week, Colin. I was only one or two got a Sportsman of the Week for the game of football. That was a fellow from Shepparton, Desi Brisbane, I think. So that was a pretty good. Pretty good headline. And there, it was the same game down the bottom there. Frustrating there.
Frustrating. It says that the award was $200. If you won it, was it?
I ran second at the finish of the year.
Okay.
In that award, it was $250 on a TV set.
That would have been like maybe 2 or 3 weeks' work or something like that.
It would have been, yeah.
I
was only getting
$9.57.
$40 a game. What's that? About 20 quid.
So that's
I beg your pardon, 20 quid a game. It's about $40, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is pretty good money.
Frustrating. It must have been frustrating for Coach Jeff Wilson and Bill Caddy to sit on the sidelines and watch their team play on Saturday. Why, Barry? Because you outsmarted them. We
did outsmart them, and there was a very poor kicking that day, but I was the only one in that side kicking drop kicks that day.
It says you're an elusive rover and weaved and pushed the ball in front of you until it was made clear and steady for himself, and you snapped goals. Snapped goals.
Yeah, that was Noel Hussey won Still a Gift.
Oh, dear.
The sports writer there, yeah. Still a very good friend of mine, Noel Hussey.
Well,
that was a pretty good, not a bad sort of headline for the little fight for that raver.
And you used to play against Freddie McMahon.
Fredo McMahon, he was the top rover. Him and I he finished on top with 60 goals that year. In the goal. No, I finished with 53 or something.
Well, talking about goals, how did Jack Revolt go?
Well, we mentioned about him later, but we have a quick thing about 11 goals. He kicked 11 goals, 1, didn't he?
Something like that. Hit the post in the end.
It was an extraordinary win for my mighty Tigers. I was nearly expecting to get beaten.
But you know what? You'd expect a team like Richmond to beat up a GWS.
Not really. The way they've been playing, Colin.
The way they've been playing, but like normally,
No, look, we've
with a few of their stars out.
Well, Merrick will be back next week too. Ivan Merrick, the number 1 ranked.
So you're getting ahead of yourself.
I'm not getting ahead of myself at all because I just still can't believe they kicked 24 goals, 6 or something.
Yeah.
That's extraordinary kicking.
Pretty good kicking. Well, if you kick 11-1 and he passed one off to Cochrane and he was directly in front.
And the fellow that stuffed it up having 12-1 was 12 goals straight was Tyron Vickery.
Yeah.
He should not be in that side, Colin. Should not be in that side.
Question mark, get rid of him.
Yeah, well he will because Merrick will be back next week and I won't drop the big number 16, Ruckman from Carlton. What's his name?
Hampson.
I won't drop him.
Right.
He's got to go, Vickery.
He's been going well, yeah, so you reckon he's going to be the
well, it's the only one they can drop.
Well, that's interesting. Extraordinary Revolt, because there was almost talk of him
He's
leaving.
on top of the goal kicking now.
On top of the goal kicking. There was talk of him leaving the club and
all these stupid people like Stephen Quartermain, he'll be sacked, he'll get the flick. He's a very annoying person, Stephen Quartermain.
Publicly criticised Damien Hardwick.
Well, it wasn't public. It was his own comment about the gameplay, but you can't. The coach can only tell people to play Colin. If they don't follow his lead, it's not his fault, right?
Yeah.
They haven't got the ability to follow his lead. He was just speaking his own mind, and of course he's going to be dropped. I'll drop him. And he's kicked 11 goals.
Crazy. Well, let's talk a little bit more football. They had the bye round, or everyone had the bye in the competition because there was an interleague game. Barry, tell us about it.
I've played in some interleague games and watched a lot of interleague games the last 40 years, and I reckon it's the worst exhibition of football I've seen for so-called stars of Geelong and stars of NPL. Pathetic it was.
a criticism, because the Chelsea players or Chelsea player you expected to be in there.
Go on.
Well, just you tell us.
Look, I told you before a couple of weeks ago. I said he should be picked first on ball. I don't call him Rosen. I call him on ball. Not in the first 24. Toddy Gardner, who has got. I've given him 4 or 5 best on the grounds this year. And I don't give favouritism. You got to earn the money. Get my votes, I say now. Not in the first. When I seen the side on Friday night, was on the computer.
Yeah.
And of course, who's in from Chelsea? Can you believe that Curtis Bywater's got picked in the side? And he played. Curtis Bywater, look, he's a good fella. But 2 or 3 weeks ago, he's really going to get dropped from Chelsea seniors.
So when he's on, isn't he?
He's a good player, but he didn't deserve to be in the side. Like Toddy Gardner, look, I don't know who these people go and watch these other sides play to pick the sides, pick the teams. He played for Frankston Dolphins last year, for God's sake. He's just not an ordinary player.
So Bywater, over the last 4 weeks, what's his form been?
Ordinary, Colin. Ordinary. He's been playing on half-back flank, which he's starting to find his feet there, but he's a goal kicker from way back. He actually kicked 1 goal. I've seen that guy kick. No, he kicked 6 and he kicked 1 of them.
So the interleague game, he's not really up to interleague standard.
Look, it's an embarrassment to Toddy Gardner. I mean, when I see him, I'll be going and train Thursday night, and I reckon he missed 1 game for a hamstring, but he played last week and got best on the ground. What's he supposed to do?
So, with Chelsea's best, where would Bywater squeeze into? What, top 10?
Would be in the top 6.
Top 10 maybe?
Lucky.
Yeah, so not the top 1 or 2.
I forgot you, Curtis, but you didn't deserve to be in the side. I mean, in front of Toddy Gardner, because it is embarrassing. It's disgusting to treat a champion of football like Toddy Gardner. I cannot believe it.
So this was the Mornington Peninsula Nepean Football League versus Geelong. What did you think of the game, Barry?
I said a few minutes ago, it was one of the worst exhibitions of football I've ever seen. These are all the best of the competition, Colin. Best.
What was the final score?
I shouldn't mention because it's disgusting. Geelong 18-18 to MPL, 6 measly goals, 5 points, 6-5.
Does that sort of say that maybe our selectors are bad? What's wrong with our competition?
Well, I mean, for a start, I'm not going to keep harping on about Toddy Gardner, but whoever watches these games, Colin, they go around and watch the first 6 games of the season, they just say, well, he's playing all right, he's not too bad. You give him, write his name down. They must run out of ink when they were watching Toddy Gardner play. Oh, they might never watch it, I don't know.
They might have just turned up and they saw Bywater
kick a goal
2 months ago and saw him kick a couple of goals.
Yeah, in the practice game.
Yeah.
Now, whoever's in charge of MPL selectors, you watch it, get your mind right.
Yeah, crazy. No wonder they got thrashed. So who paid well for the Mornington?
Well, there's only 2 or 3 players I reckon would you believe one of the oldest players on the ground, Ashley Eames?
Ruckman,
Big Ruckman, and he was, but there was no one gathering, he was getting a knockout, but they wasn't taking advantage of it. And the 2, that's the ones I've marked down, the 2 Barry brothers, they play all right.
Yeah. Who do they play for Bomb Beach, though? Or?
No, they play for YCW, don't they?
YCW, I think so, yeah. So those are the...
Shane McDonald didn't play either. I was told
he's been injured, yeah.
But he's played the last 3 weeks, but he hasn't been getting in the best players. I can't believe that either. But his wrist is still not... But I'll be interviewing him in 2 weeks' time. I spoke to him.
That's exciting.
I spoke to him I was walking to get the paper last Sunday, and I was talking to him. He said, "Oh yeah, we're playing by Beach 2 weeks' time, so I'll do him on the Sunday."
So, who, in your opinion, was best on ground?
Well, I didn't watch much. I watched a bit of it. The fellow in charge gives this fellow Tim Sheringham for Geelong best player, but they didn't have any standout players either. They had this little rover number 14. He could play, but. I switched it off after 3/4 time, and of course they were 12 goals in front.
So
pathetic.
Pathetic. Okay, so no real best on ground for you.
No.
No
one stood out.
Talk about the football, ongoing football. What's happening next week, Barry?
Well, we're playing the bottom side next Saturday, Colin.
Getting excited.
Well, I'm not getting too excited. They haven't won a game. They've only kicked 7 goals in 6 games.
Yeah.
And they finished in the top 5 last year.
Yeah.
I cannot believe it. I was talking to Shane McDonald about it. CDO, I don't know what's going on. They must have lost 6 or 8 players, but they kicked 1 goal 5 times. 1 goal for 1 game 5 weeks in a row.
So look forward to playing them, and that'll be next week.
We don't beat them, Colin. No, we'll beat them. But it should be we're second last and they're last. Right,
very good. So that'll be next week. On Saturday, you'll be there live at the ground. 2:15. We got you there. We're right there. 2:15 on Saturday. You'll be live on the ground against Kringle, expecting a win.
It's got to be 19 degrees, isn't it?
Oh, it'd be nice weather like we usually have.
Well, it's good too. But I must mention,
yes.
I mean, one of your ex-players, killed the players, has kicked 9 goals in the interleague game on the weekend. Stephen Milne.
Oh, Milne.
That should have been in the paper.
Oh, he does all right, doesn't he?
It's 9 goals in an interleague side.
That's a difference.
That's very, very good.
He would have been just skirting around. Why didn't he get best on ground?
No, this is another competition.
Oh, another competition. Oh, this will be for the...
This is the interleague championships all around Victoria.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
But he has kicked 11 goals in 1 game in the AFL too.
Yeah, 11 goals, none. 11 goals straight. 11-1. I remember that, saw that at Etihad Stadium.
But that's extraordinary.
I think the only better than that was Tony Lockett, 17 goals straight.
17?
Tony Lockett.
He only kicked 14 a game, didn't he?
No, he's kicked 17.
In 1 game?
Yeah. He was
that's your man, you shouldn't.
Yeah.
I knew he kicked 14
I hang my hat onto it, but
17 goals!
I'll have to check it up.
Because the world record is 18 goals for a
That's right, yeah.
And he kicked 17. That was 10 years ago or something.
Oh, maybe 15 years ago or something like that, but when he was going off. So Richmond this week, Richmond Football Club.
Who are we playing?
I don't know.
Well, who cares anyway?
It doesn't matter, you reckon? You reckon that you'll beat them? But, you know, like...
See if you get that on your...
so I'll have a look while we're talking about the hopes of Richmond.
Well, look, they're going to be... Look, they got Merrick coming back next week. And
Dreamtime game, Essendon.
Oh, that's on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
They'll be televised, yeah.
On the telly.
Well, that'll test them out. But they've got a couple of other fellas. I can't believe Sammy Lloyd got dropped last week. My man from Mount Eliza.
Yep. Yeah, he got dropped, yeah, admitted.
He was in the emergency, but the only trouble, they might get a bit carried away, like from kicking 24 goals last week against no opens and come out next week and think they're going to do the same thing.
Might get a bit ahead of themselves.
That's a very good side now.
Yeah, they are. So we'll have to see, it'll be interesting for your boys. Cheerios, Barry.
Oh, there's always Cheerios. Another Cheerio to my little darling Annie and all the family up there. 2 days, I had 2 blackouts.
Yeah, we had a blackout for 12 minutes.
And I nearly fainted.
You nearly fainted, yeah.
Yeah, I nearly went off my head. That's better fact.
Went more off your head than usual.
But they had 13 hours 2 days ago and 5 hours yesterday.
You had 12 minutes, though.
No idea, I went off my head. But PH and Shandy and Carlos, I hope everything's going right. They've got the camera a bit high, yeah?
No, perfect.
Shandy and Carlos, got a call from Norris a couple of weeks ago. He's going alright. Better give me a call on and I'll have a chat with you too. And but apart from that, that's all we got for today. We've covered a few things and a bit of variety and
spice of life.
And next week I'll be covering the
Kringle game.
The main game of the day.
That should be exciting. You'll be there live.
There'll be a big crowd at the house. Bids were over, but that's all from me today.
And it's goodbye from me.
Bye bye.